Mr. Doherty, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And for the committee's sake and those that are listening in, I want to read back into the record the motion that given the recent media reports that the Public Health Agency of Canada lost over $300 million on an unfulfilled contract, the committee undertake a study of the Public Health Agency of Canada losing over $300 million in taxpayers' money for an unfulfilled contract. The committee hold at least 6 hours of meetings on this matter, and that each current meeting of the Health Committee is expanded by 1 hour to address this matter, and that the committee hear from the Minister of Health, the Parliamentary Budget Officer, the President of the Public Health Agency of Canada, the President of the Treasury Board, and officials from Health Ministry and other witnesses deemed relevant by the committee, and that the hearings begin at the next available meeting, and the committee produce a report on its findings and report it to the House. Mr. Speaker, this is shocking. Again, now we're finding out. I mean, I guess it's really not new news. It kind of goes along the lines of same old, same old. Just going down the list of scandals and wasteful spending, $54 million on our ArriveCan app. McKinsey Consultants, $116 million. That was $116 million towards our opioid epidemic, Madam Speaker, or Mr. Chair, sorry. Bonuses to CMHC, $26.8 million to CMHC employees. Mr. Trudeau's London hotel, or Prime Minister Trudeau's London hotel room, $30,000 total booked September 15th to the 20th, $6,000 per night. COVID program abuse, $4.6 billion. Payments to Beijing-controlled Asia Infrastructure Bank, $210 million. The Trans Mountain Pipeline cost overruns, $30.9 billion. Renovations to Harrington Lake Cottage, $8.6. MasterCard, $50 million. Loblaws, $12 million. $12 million for freezers, which, Mr. Chair, I will offer, and I've said this a number of times, that was for the 2017, around about the 2017 wildfires, which thousands of my residents, residents in my riding of Caribou Prince George, were devastated by the 2017 wildfires, lost everything, lost fridges, lost stoves, lost all household belongings. Did they get money for replacement of their equipment? No, but Justin Trudeau gave $12 million to his friends at Loblaws, and now is claiming that he called them to Ottawa and laid down the law. We'll see how, and we saw how that went. Stop, or I'll say stop again, type thing. The new passport, changes to our new passport. Over $400 million to change our passport to some woke crap. Mr. Chair, this is just an egregious waste of taxpayer dollars. If I buy a service from a contractor, if I pay for a contractor service, and yet I don't get the service that I need, I have the option to get my money. You should have the option to get your money back. On October 23rd of 2020, the Prime Minister made this announcement. The Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, today announced an investment of up to $173 million through the Strategic Innovation Fund, the SIF, in Quebec City-based Medicago to support Canada's response to COVID-19. $173 million. The project, valued at a total of $428 million, would advance Medicago's virus-like particle vaccine development on the company's unique plant-based production platform through clinical trials. It will also establish a large-scale vaccine and antibody production facility to increase Canada's domestic biomanufacturing capacity. Mr. Speaker, who is Medicago? And who are they to the Liberal Party? I can tell you this, that they rank enough that they got into, the 2021 Liberal Party's platform right here, forward for everyone, and I turn the reader's attention to page 8. Here it is right here, and if you can see it, if anybody can see it, and it's on page 8 where it says, we have completed new biologics manufacturing center at the NRC, secured an agreement with Moderna to build a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Canada, and made major domestic capacity investments with Abcelera and Medicago. I mean, so big that they warranted getting a shout out in and being promoted in the Liberal Party's 2021 campaign platform. And Mr. Speaker, that's just a cursory search. I'm sure when we do more digging, we're going to find either connections to the Trudeau Foundation or to Mr. Trudeau or Prime Minister Trudeau himself. This is shocking. You know, I fight day and night for investments in mental health. You know, the 2021,
order, Mr. Speaker.
2021, they also campaigned on a platform to make critical investments.
Excuse me, Mr. Doherty. A point of order from Mr. Joe Harry.
Can I ask my colleague, Mr. Doherty, don't bang on the table because it's going to, the interpreter are going to have a problem. And I know you're passionate about everything, and I just asked
I'll wave at the interpreters and apologize to them for that. But Mr. Speaker, it is so frustrating for me. How many beds for recovery could that money have built? You know, for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we've been pushing to do something in the about the opioid epidemic in this country. The hundreds of millions of dollars that this government has wastefully spent. How many vaccines were created? Not one. And where's this company now? Close the doors. Sunnier climbs. Crazy that you give $173 million or more to a company that you get squat out of. What else did they get out of this? They must have got something. Was that a payoff or something? I mean, again, they're close enough to be listed in the Liberal Party's 2021 platform. Page 8 for those that are looking. This government is just not worth the cost. This Prime Minister is not worth the cost. Canadians got to wake up to this. It's not their money. You know, I bet you if you did a quick search that this was in some Liberal minister's riding. Well, I did the search. It was in the health minister's riding, Minister Duclos' riding. So $173 million that we know of, probably more, to a business that's no longer, the doors are shuttered. Doors, windows, everybody's gone. Sunnier climbs, billionaire island, probably. $173 million. The billions of dollars. Former health minister gets it. Now the former Minister of Treasury as well, too. Minister of Treasury, the guy that controls the purse strings. This is crazy. You can't write this stuff. You couldn't make this stuff up. It's like a Hollywood movie. It's unbelievable. You know, in 2015, I campaigned in 2015, probably one of the most divisive things I've ever gone through. That and the nomination, of course. But in 2015, I remember this young guy that had great hair, rolled up his sleeves, and went all around our country saying that he promised to do government different. I believe his term was sunny ways. Said he's going to let the sunshine in. Sunshine's the best form of disinfectant. Promised not to use dilatory motions, omnibus bills, not use closure. Well, we know how that is. Promised to do things a lot differently. He was going to be, well, it was just, they were going to be different. They absolutely have been different. And our colleagues across the way, I say this all the time. I know there are good people across the way, and this has to be tough. I see the looks on their eyes when they sit in the back benches and they just roll their head when another scandal comes out. We charity, S&C Lavalin. What about JWR, Jody Wilson-Raybould? The Elbowgate, Billionaire Island. Dividing Canadians, telling Canadians, why should we even tolerate these people? And I look at my colleagues across the way and I ask, is this leadership? And when the going gets tough and it's time to stand up and be counted, where is he? As you can see, I'm deeply frustrated, Mr. Chair. I'm just going to go over the list again. Elbowgate, Cash for Access, AgaCon, Cultural Appropriation, SNC Lavalin, Election Donation, Blackface, We Charity, RCMP, interfering in RCMP investigations, ArriveCan app, Chinese interference. I'll bring you back to one that I worked on, the clam scam, where another minister took millions upon millions of dollars and redirected them to his own family, his wife's cousin, and former Liberal colleagues. It's absolutely shameful. Shameful. And I hope my colleagues will see their way fit to vote in favor of this motion so we can, once and for all, get to the bottom of this wasteful spending scandal. It's unbelievable, Mr. Chair. With that, I'll cede the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Doherty.